Well, 2 years ago, I sat right behind here. I made my Soundcore Liberty 4 review. I did it in this format where I took out the music, I took out the effects, and I took out everything because I wanted to talk to you guys and make this about my experience and where I stand on Soundcore. I recently rewatched that video, and 2 years later, I kind of feel a little different, which we'll get into. But before we get to my opinions, we'll talk about the facts, the positives, negatives, and then I'll talk about where I stand. But I finally got my hands on the Liberty 4 Pros. Finally had the chance to use them, see the hype about that whole display case, and I gotta be honest, I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like the Soundcore Liberty 4 Pros. However, just because I don't like them doesn't mean that I'm not going to still recommend it, because I am. And I'll explain why I don't like them, but I want to do this review and lay out the positives, and then we'll get to the negatives. So the first thing to talk about is the sound quality. And I think that the sound quality for the Liberty 4 Pro, in my opinion, is just good. It's just good. Now, I will say it is a huge improvement over the Liberty 4s. The Liberty 4s, while I thought they were good, I always felt that that dual dynamic driver just did not work, and it was just really ear-piercing because the highs were very sharp. But thankfully, Soundcore has addressed that, and they featured a dual driver system that I think I've always wanted to see them do, and they've done it. I didn't expect it to be in the Liberty 4 Pro, but I'm glad that they did that because this is a much better dual driver system. You have a woofer and a tweeter. That's the best you're going to get when it comes to separation. And these earbuds are not like any Soundcore earbuds have ever sounded. This is a pure dimensional sound. You get all of the notes, your low, mids, and highs, very good separation, and it does it in a nice packaged way. The dual driver system works tremendously, along with the high-res LDAC, and also if you're on iOS with Dolby Atmos, spatial audio for Apple Music. And these do have a better gyroscope system than the Liberty 4. It removes that stupid heart rate sensor, which I never liked. So it does feel nice that they finally focused in on one of those areas that I felt was a big issue with the Liberty 4. However, I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because to this day, and for this video, I am still using the Liberty 3 Pros. And we'll talk about that towards it, but all in all, on a sound level, I think that the Liberty 4 Pros are a huge improvement over the Liberty 4s and have a very good sound system, but is not exactly what I would call an ACAA soundstage. And we'll get to that after. The next positive is the transparency and the active noise canceling. These are by far, flat out, the best noise canceling and transparency Soundcore has done to date. They have finally done it. They have mastered both of them so perfectly. They have mastered it so well that I don't think you're going to find any better, other than AirPods, of active noise canceling on an earbud than the Liberty 4 Pro. They do a tremendous job of not only blocking out everything, but you can control it. It adapts. It has great wind resistant pickup, so you can block out that wind. But also the transparency finally feels as open as it has ever been. It not only picks up everything, but with the recent firmware updates, it does a tremendous job of being even better. It blocks out everything. I've taken it to the gym. I've taken it to also a road trip I went to in PA, and I've used them. And I gotta tell you, it is really, really good. And they also have the same feature with the conversation booster, where if you're talking, it'll reduce your music and also enhance the transparency, which is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when it works great. Another thing that they fixed, and is a huge positive, is the touch controls. This is the most complete touch controls since their Liberty 4 NC and since Liberty 4, where it feels like a complete package. The sliding mechanism is now on there. The squeeze is more adjustable, helps with accidental squeezes because the Liberty 4 had a lot of problems with that. And it also brings everything that you need. Single squeeze, double squeeze, triple squeeze, squeeze and hold. And now you can slide for volume control and other for call commands and all of that. So that's another positive. And then the last positive that I have is these are the most feature-packed earbuds they have ever made. And this is the way it should have been from the start. Your Pro Series should always have the premium, most up-to-date features on an earbud. And these deliver. From the updated Hear ID, to preference of sounds, the EQs, to find my earbuds, and the charging case, which we'll get to. But also LDAC, Google syncing with your Google account, the Google Switch, or Google Connect, where it acts like AirPods if you have an Android account and will sync across the board in your account. And then of course, dual connection, Bluetooth 5.4, having the most up-to-date chipset, and also with the active noise canceling coming the controls for that. I gotta tell you, Soundcore really delivered the most packed earbuds for features and a lot of things. And real quickly, the ear tips this year are so much better than the Liberty 4s, and I am so glad that they went for this design. So those are my positives. Let's get to my negatives. First negative, I do not like the sound quality because, as I mentioned before, I am still using the Liberty 3 Pro, and to this day, nothing compares to that balance armature. Nothing compares. I have tried so many earbuds, and nothing has ever come close to the balance armature on these earbuds. The problem with these, that this does so well, an earbud that's almost 4 or 5 years old now, what this does is it makes your music have a lot of fill, and it feels fuller, richer, and detailed. You can hear the drums, you can hear the stringed instruments, you can hear the vocals, you can hear everything blended so beautifully. These, while they do a good job of separating, this has a wider soundstage, in my opinion. So that's why I don't like the sound quality. Number 2, the design is probably the cheapest I have ever seen on a Pro headphone. Listen, this is going to be a little controversial, but the Liberty 4 Pros are a one-for-one redesign of the Liberty 4 NC, but with it comes such a big cutback that the plastic and the feel of the earbuds feel so cheap and feel so less premium that even the Liberty 4s, while I had my issues, quality control-wise, was phenomenal. It felt like a premium set of earbuds. These feel like everyday earbuds. Now, that's not a bad thing for most people. That's not a bad thing. But for me, coming from the Liberty 3 Pros to the Liberty 4, and to even some of the cheaper earbuds that I've reviewed, like Soundpeat, they still have a very good quality to them that doesn't feel hollow, like the plastic. You could feel like almost as if it's empty. Now, I get it. They have a lot of the whole energy saving thing, but to me, you can really feel the lack in quality. If you're coming from the Liberty 4 or the 3 Pro, you will notice the lack of quality. Even down to the packaging. Now, I know this is an environmental thing, so I'm not going to hit them with this. But all of the Pro headphones, even the Liberty 4 came in this black to distinguish. This doesn't even feel like Pro headphones. This is what a Pro headphone looks like. Not the size, the color, and the way it feels. Another negative that I have. Another negative. Microphone quality, it's good, but it's been staticky at times. And I've noticed that it has had some fixes here and there, but for me, the microphone is still good on the Liberty 4 compared to the Liberty 4 Pro. Now, that's just my opinion. Just saying here. Lastly, my final negative, and the one thing that I still don't think I agree with, is the customization. I still do not like this in-ear design from Soundcore. And the fact that the Liberty 3 Pro still gives me the best fit for an earbud, and it's still customizable, I don't even know what to say. You guys are probably watching this video and you're thinking, oh, this is just a rant. No, it's not. Because if you know my channel, you'll know how engraved in Soundcore I've been. From the time I was 18 or 19, I was on the bandwagon of Soundcore from the Liberty Air series, the Liberty Air 2, and the Liberty 2 Pros. I've followed Soundcore for many years, and they always made you had a sense you were in control of your fit, your quality. These earbuds, they are so slippery, they are so plasticky that even if I shake my head, which I'm going to show you, if I put these in right now, if I put this in, and right now they have very good isolation, but the moment I shake my head, it's already gone. It's already gone. And the reason why I'm a little frustrated, and if you could kind of sense that, is because I don't like these earbuds. Because it feels like such a downgrade in one of the few key areas that has always made Soundcore the biggest. Their biggest cutbacks in the most recent of years has been the sound quality, it has been the quality control, and now the quality of the package. Not the packaging, but what you're getting. And then this whole charging case gimmick, this whole little thing, the concept is cool. The concept is cool. I'm not denying that. But have I once used it to adjust the noise, or have I used it to adjust anything? No. Now listen, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. This shows us exactly what Soundcore is now. They are no longer that earbud company that aims to innovate. They are not that earbud company that came out of the gate swinging and did things that other earbuds couldn't do. They have now become the OnePlus. And that's an analogy that I like to use when a company settles. The Liberty 3 Pro, even a Liberty 4, they didn't settle. They tried, they shot for the moon. Whether it worked or not, they still tried. This new company, this new Soundcore, is all focused about the features, the ANC, over the audio. And that is a huge disappointment to me because they have had some of the greatest sounding earbuds. They really did. But with that being said, I can't sit here and say I don't recommend it. Because for $130, you are getting the most insanely packed, insanely valuable, insanely rich build headphones that I think money can buy you right now. If you had to ask me, what earbud are you going to buy for $150? I would probably say get the Liberty 4 Pros. Because despite my issues, despite everything I've told you, despite everything you're hearing, I can still recommend them. And I still think they are some of the best packed earbuds money is going to find you. But with that being said, the audio quality is hugely downgraded. The customization and fit is slightly downgraded. And the quality control, it feels cheap. You can just tell. When I pick up the Liberty 3 Pro and the Liberty 4 Pro side by side, I can sense when something feels premium and doesn't. And this just feels like another earbud, and this felt like a nice premium package. So I'm going to end this review, and this is a long one. I appreciate if you've made it through this video. So I'm going to end it with this. I think that this shows where Soundcore is heading. They are no longer caring about the sound quality anymore. They are now a feature pack company. They care more about the features than the audio. And it's proven even in their marketing. Look at the box. It's all about the noise canceling. The ACAA design, they just put it on there at the very bottom. And to be honest with you, the fact that they're calling it an ACAA design is just a marketing ploy, and it is not in any way, shape close to what they had before. But despite that, I recommend them. I think for $130, you are getting some of the best features, some of the best things an earbud can buy you. Taking my personal issues aside, if these headphones are available for you and you're looking to buy them, I say go ahead. But if you really love your audio quality, if you really love having the best sound and you don't care about features, maybe consider saving your money and going with the Liberty 3 Pro. Because for me, that was peak Soundcore. This is not.